Hey, welcome back everybody to the Black Sheep Requiem. It's been a while. It's been about a month or so since I posted a video. Been doing tons of shit. Course work. Got a lot of other projects going on and everything, and I'm getting lots of cool stuff like I promised for this channel all worked out. So that's all upcoming. So in the meantime, I thought I'd do some collection updates. I've been getting just tons of stuff in for the past month or so, so I thought I'd share and kind of show you some things that I got. So I'm probably doing 2 or 3 videos this weekend. It's a rainy weekend here in Iowa, so thought I'd bang some out for you. Check it out. Hopefully you guys will find something that you'd be interested in and check it out. So with that said, in the background we are listening to Bewitcher, the new Bewitcher, and that is Cursed Be Thy Kingdom. That came out here not too long ago, I guess it wasn't. But man, talking about some killer blackened speed metal. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite albums that's came out so far this year. I absolutely love it. It's just great stuff. Has old school feel to it, plus you know, the blackened element, and it's just great shit. So definitely check that out. And today I have a few cassettes, a few CDs, and some vinyl. So let's get started with everything and let's see what we got. And the first thing I have is a cassette, and this is, let's see if we can see it here. Let me get out of the way. And this is Infandus, and this is their Lithium 6 demo from 2020. They are from New York. It's just a plain, completely black. And this is a 7-track demo, and it's some like old, really cool, old school sounding death metal that splashes in some kind of crust here and there, if that makes any kind of sense. It's really down-tuned, mid-tempo death metal, the old school way. But the mixing has some like D-beat elements to it. It's some really cool, solid stuff. So kind of on the lookout to see what they do in the future. So yeah, Infandus. And the next thing I got is this. And this is Chronicles. And this is Astodan, I think is how it's pronounced, probably wrong. This is demo from 2020. This came out on Famine Records. My buddy Al, he's doing a great job over there at Famine Records. Can't wait to see what else he does. He's always got something I want to pick up. So with this, you're getting it's a 5-member death metal band, and they're from Bangladesh, which is probably, I'd have to say, probably the first thing I've ever owned, maybe. I don't know, from Bangladesh. Not familiar if I do have anything else, but it has 5 killer tracks on this. Even includes a cover of Hellhammer's Messiah on here, so that's pretty cool. It has some really killer bass lines on this, which go terrific with like the real aggressive riffing and the real powerful drumming on this. It's not the best production in the world, but it's a demo, and I really am looking forward to seeing what these guys also have in the future in store. So, but it's just some really great blackened death metal, kind of in the vein of acifix. So there you go, check it out. All right, now we're getting to some CDs, and this is War Possession. And this is Doomed to Chaos, and this is from 2017, and this is on Memento Mori label, and this is just some barbaric war metal, and it's from Greece, so of course you know what you get from Greece, great musicianship. It's really like beefy, heavy bass, and real clean sounding, and it has a real killer pounding kick drum to this. Really cool stuff. It kind of bridges the gap between war metal and death metal, in my opinion. Has a lot of riffing, reminds me of like early Bolt Thrower, kind of mixed with Incantation, if that makes sense. It's a really good record, nothing, you know, real jaw-dropping, but super solid record. So, War Possession, check it out. Alright, next we have Eaten Alive, and this is Spawned by Gore, and this came out 2020, Clandestine Productions. And Eaten Alive are a band from Chile. Has some real murky sounding death metal. It's like really rapid, chunky, kind of old school. Like it has the real cavernous vocals that, you know, have been popular the last few years. But it has lots of cool, like kind of gory and horror sampling on the record. It's not, you know, technical, fancy death metal for sure. It's just straight up like 90s sounding death metal done right. It's just right up my alley. I love this album. So yeah, check that out. Eaten Alive. Alright, now we have Disrupted, and this is Pure Death, and this came out 2020 also on Memento Mori, and this is their second full-length LP. It's just, you know, best way I would describe this would be, it's like straight up unapologetic chainsaw chunking Swedish fucking death metal. That's what I would say this is. Sounds like it came out in 1990. I mean, literally. It has lots of like grave influences, I would say, on this. It's just 35 minutes of Swedish death metal that doesn't fuck around. It kind of you know, it has like a varied riffing styles on this. Kind of mixes up the pacing a little bit. You know, it's a real relentless album. There's no breaks. There's no little, you know, instrumentation, little ditties. It's just non-stop breakneck obliteration, man. It's good shit. So has some huge massive riffs on it. The vocals are real deep and very engaging. If you just love it, that early Swedish death metal sound, this record's for you. It's fantastic. So, Disrupted. Alright. Now we have something that probably all you've heard out there already. It's been a big deal. And this is Dipticus with Bushmeat, 2021. Came out Memento Mori also. As you can tell, they've had a lot of good stuff this year that I've liked. And this is just fucking nasty, rotten, and heavy. Is the best way for me to describe it. It's their sophomore record from this California band. It's like guttural, old school, kind of in the vein of Carcass's Symphonies of Sickness, and even like Nuclear Death, I would say. Very heavy, distorted bass on this. It's layered vocals that are perfectly kind of, you know, perfect. They're done perfectly is what I want to say. Sorry, I had a brain fart. On top of this, you throw in some like early Death Doom, and then I would just say it's just straight ahead great shit. High recommendation on this, but you know, I was gonna record this video a month ago, so everybody's heard of this already. So, but check it out if you haven't. All right, and another one. This one's been like a big kind of ordeal in the. I shouldn't say ordeal. Been kind of a big hoopla around this band lately, which well deserved. And this is Coffin Mulch. and this is their Septic Funeral EP. Came out 2021 on Redefining Darkness. 6 tracks from these guys from Scotland. Killer stuff. It kind of has that HM2 buzzsaw, you know, tone with like crashing cymbals and pounding drums on it. It's great old school type death metal styling vocals, I would say. It's got some fucking monster riffs on this too. Has killer mid pace, you know, like full pace tone. Has lots of character in the music. Killer guitar hooks, and then it even has some D-beat drumming here and there. It's just like monstrous tracks on this, and it has me wanting more, and I can't wait for a full length from these guys. It's top quality stuff. I would recommend go out and buy this thing right now. It's great. So check it out, Coffin Mulch. Alright, that's all the tapes and CDs. Now we're going to get into some records here. Okay. And the first thing I have, which is kind of something that everybody's been talking about also, is Suffering Hour. And this is the Cyclic Reckoning, and this is 2021 from Profound Lord. And there's just tons of buzz around these guys lately. Comes with, let's see what it got in here. Comes with this cool booklet. Kind of cool stuff on that, but lyrics, of course. Great stuff. I just got black vinyl, so perfect for this band for sure, black vinyl. But yeah, there's been lots of buzz around these guys. This is their second release. Very ambitious leap forward for them on this record, I would say. It's like blackened psychedelic atmospheres that are intertwined, you know, with like melodic and addictive passages. Kind of real makes for like a real thick sounding recording on this. So it's like real carefully arranged, you can tell. Of, you know, blackened death metal, but with like a shitload of aggression. This three-piece excels in each position of the band for sure. They're very proficient. They have a terrific array of like roars and growls in the cavernous vocals. You know, just lots of creativity, especially in the drumming. Real meaty guitars of various, you know, different styles. And it kind of goes in like lots of different directions also. So it's like, I guess what I would say the most about this, it's, you know, super unpredictable, and it's brutal, it's menacing, and it's very dense for a record. It's a very addictive listen. This is fucking killer, so well deserved and badass. I've been listening to this ton lately, so yeah, Suffering Hour, check it out. Alright. And now we have this record, and this is, I'll probably say it wrong, is Cenotafio, and this is Larvae Tandem Teratos, and I butchered the fuck out of that, I know that, but what can I say? I'm an American. Okay, get that out of the way. And this came out in 2019, and this is from Blood Harvest. This is blackened death metal, and they are from Chile, and it's very real, like sinister sounding, very like slow paced, very long songs on this. Has some like great growls and like the snarls in the vocals. I love that also. It's like real power chord driven riffing on this. The drumming take shapes kind of like in like the doomish, you know, Black Death, and at times even has like a technical mix to it. Very well structured this record is, and it plays, you know, you can really tell there you have a lot of technical flair. The members do. It's great stuff, but it's real unique, and it's very memorable, black and death metal for sure. So yeah, check it out. I won't say their name again because I'll butcher it, but of course, always in the description I'll have the band's names and the name of the records also. So check it out. Okay. Now we have Acifix, and this is Necroceros, and this came out 2021, and this is from Century Media. And won't say a lot about this record. You know, it's been talked about a ton when it first came out. You know, these Dutch legends have recorded 10 records, and this is number 10. And none of them, in my opinion, disappoint. So it's just trademark acifix elements are present on this record. But the doomy kind of, you know, downtrodden, you know, vibe running through this material is like a lot more prevalent, I would say, on this record. It's just, you know, classic Asphyx riffs on this. Martin D. Van Drunen vocals sound furious and timeless as always. Great harmonies and leads throughout the record. You know, in almost 30 years of this career, they're still a top-notch band making killer music. So, you know, it's truly death metal royalty for these guys. So, check it out. All right, and now we have Wehrmacht, and this is Biermacht, and this is a reissue for 2021 on Hammerheart Records. And I just had to get this. I love these guys. Back in the day, I have the original of all theirs on cassette, and I had to pick up the vinyl for my collection for sure. So, but yeah, this is just a fucking fantastic reissue from Hammerheart. Wehrmacht were a very underrated, you know, thrash band in my opinion from back in the day. They're one of my favorite, you know, kind of crossover thrash records. But you know, it's just like stuff like this, you know, I kind of talked about it in my last video, you know. It's, you know, I had it on cassette forever. They have the OG copy of that, and over the years, now when this came available, I definitely had to have it on vinyl. You know, when we were young and dumb, we abused our cassettes and stuff like that. Vinyl I always really took care of. My vinyl is pristine, but it seemed like my cassettes out of everything kind of took a beating. So definitely had to pick up their reissues. They also came out with a reissue of their album Shark Attack 2, which I also picked that up too. So that's just, man, it's just great stuff. It's just stuff still rips your face off. You know, they call them beer core songs, so it's great shit. But a lot better production on this record. The band is a lot more proficient than they were in their first album, The Shark Attack. If you like bands like, you know, Municipal Waste, these guys are the godfathers, in my opinion, of that, you know, kind of aggressive, fun, kind of drinking, crossover stuff. So, but yeah, it's a classic. Check it out for sure. Alright, and the last thing I got from you today is this. Memoriam, and this is To the End, and this came out 2021 on Reaper Entertainment, and this is just fantastic. You know, it has all the lyrics in the sleeve for you there, and great like doom-laden storytelling from these gents. Iconic growls that we all love from Willits, his roar, and he's in perfect form on this for sure. I really enjoy the doomier side of them. It's coming out more and it's getting more pronounced. The riffs are spectacular on this record. Huge waves that crash down, and it's almost perfectly controlled. It's just, you know, got some brutal hooks on this thing. The melody like lurks, you know, kind of underneath. Well, it's you know, deafening screams. It's just, you know, raw. It's direct. It's probably their most organic feeling record, I would say. It's just well crafted, you know, Doom to say the least. So there you go. There's my first update. Like I said, I'll be doing quite a few more of these. Hopefully I can talk better in the other ones coming up here. It's been a while, so I'm trying to get back into practice. Another thing is, you know, I don't know how many videos ago I said I wasn't going to do as many as these updates and stuff for collection, but, you know, I've kind of changed my mind on that. A lot of the other people in the YouTube community and on my Instagram and stuff like that have kind of reached out and said they really enjoyed my collection updates and stuff and kind of miss them. So here you go. I'm going to do them again. I'm doing a shitload of them because I got just piles and piles of stuff that I've just got, especially just this month. But so yeah, but I'm still working on some other really cool stuff like I've always talked about. It's just taking a little more time to form, and I want to make sure I do it right and correctly and stuff like that. So that's kind of why the wait on that kind of stuff. But yeah, you know, other than that, you know, same as always. Stay extreme, my friends. Stay extreme.